All right, welcome back to episode 2 of Freddy on Dead by Daylight. Last episode, that was a while ago. Before the nerf, dear God, they nerfed Freddy, one of the probably the second worst killer in the game. Especially after I did my video, people began to figure him out more and more and more. So they got better and better, and we're back on the Backwater Swamp. I think it's my burning offering for this anyways. But anyways, almost running the same exact build as last time, except without dying light, having agitation. But have the festive update, so you will see the hooks, the barrels, and the lockers have little lights on them for the holiday season. But anyways, I want to talk more about just how I feel like killers are not getting any type of love or appreciation. I'm getting fat shamed for that. Love and appreciation that they actually deserve. Like whenever I play Survivor, I don't like to BM the killers. I like to think of them as like, a necessary ends to the means, which is what they are. And it seems like more and more nowadays, survivors they don't care. Killers are not scary. It's it's an asymmetrical game, 4v1, and you just gonna sit there the whole time or what? Oh, now you're gonna run with your sprint burst, huh? You are my obsession. Not looking where she's going, is she? It's fine with me. So I am still running Remember Me, so she might not actually have Decisive Strike. Oh, my thing is turned way down too. She took off. There she is. So the nerfs to Freddy were completely unnecessary. Pretty much took away... And look at that, just that fucking vacuum like always. Survivors just run and play, guys. It's okay. Look at that, 2 generators done already. And I just got the first person down. So the biggest thing, Freddy, compared to, we'll say, Hillbilly, my favorite killer. Biggest difference, Hillbilly, I can constantly move. You are almost always in danger whenever I play the Hillbilly. Whereas with Freddy, like, if you're not asleep, you don't have shit to worry about. Where'd you go? There you are. You don't have anything to worry about whenever I'm playing Freddy, unless you are asleep. Now, granted, what are you doing? But as Hillbilly, you have to always be cognizant of what's going on, because at any second the killer can just. What the fuck was that? But okay, she's lagging really bad. But as Hillbilly, you have to always be thinking about what is the killer doing right now, because at any second he could just pop up pretty much anywhere. Where'd you go? And I can't even catch her. But sorry, I'm just trying to focus on this. But yeah, as Hillbilly, you have to always be thinking about like, hey, where is he at? I hear his chainsaw. He could be doing anything right now. One hit from that and I'm down. I'm dead. You can use it to chase people. You don't always have to just use it as like a mobility or a killing device. It's a great mobility device. Freddy pretty much has nothing. Like, look, they're already awake. Literally from just the trying to self-care, damaging somebody hurts you more than it helps you now. As killer. That's just sad. And she has a key, so we definitely have to kill her. Like, it might sound like I'm bitching and crying, whining, whatever. I don't care. But I mean, killers just need a massive rework. They need some love, and they're not getting any of it. And like the biggest thing, especially towards end game, as Freddy, is that you have to wait that 7 seconds for them to go to sleep. Which I think I have an add-on that increases it by half a second, because add-ons should totally do negative things for your power that's already super hindered. But I just feel like Freddy is by far one of the worst killers now. And Wraith just got an update, but the update's not good. And it's just not a good time to be a killer main, if you want to call it that. Alright, they're still over here, it looks like. I think this one's my obsession. Yep. So I'm going to chase her to get some more Remember Me stacks. So it takes them longer to open the door. So, you know, I can at least try and do something this fucking game. I mean, last time I 4-manned, but it was a hard 4-man, and I got lucky they were bad. I mean, I know we just had the rank reset, but hot damn, these guys are just... They're not good either, which just makes it even worse. Like, if I was on my Hillbilly, I probably would have already had at least 1 or 2 kills by now. She's still asleep. 1 or 2 kills by now. They wouldn't have this many generators done, because they'd actually be afraid! They'd be afraid of me, like they should be. But right now, nobody gives 2 shits because I'm Freddy. They don't care what I'm doing. They know that they have that amazing 7-second window to, you know, get away or do whatever they need. I can't really see that well in the freaking dream world. You're just a freaking joke as Freddy. Alright, let's go do something else. Alright, they just woke each other up. They're over there, so... They're gonna hop on the generator now. Oh, hello. I still need to get this Fang Min out of here just because she has that key. Alright, there she is. And the nerfs they actually discussed doing was much worse than they actually did. Like, there was supposed to be like whenever you're outside of his terror radius, there's like a 10-second time frame before you can actually be seen, which would have been just dumb. That's like his whole power. But once again, I feel like the devs just honestly don't really care about killers. So, I mean, I guess I should really be complaining then. It's not a good time to be a killer main, nor do I think, honestly, it ever will be. So they're both on that generator. She's on the hook. She has that key. The hatch has now spawned, so I definitely don't want her back off that hook. Alright, they're both on this still. Alright, so we might be able to make something happen here since both of them are asleep. There they are. Alright, let's stop the one that's going for the save. Alright, we gotta kill this Fang Min though. Alright. Basement here, basement is here, it looks like. And now they're both awake, so hopefully my barbecue will actually tell me where they're at. Freddy is just not a good killer. He's not fun to play. He's easily bullied by all survivors. Whereas, like, whenever I play, Cannibal, Leatherface, Hillbilly, I actually feel like I have a lot of fun. I can actually, I feel threatening with the one-hit downs, but, you know, playing as Freddy or Wraith, it feels like more of a chore than just, like, enjoyment of actually playing the game, and, you know, then getting shitty maps like this, it's just, you know, that compounding factor, but, you know, we deal with the shit, keep moving on, and just hope that one day they're gonna make killers fun and, you know, scary. Because even when I play Survivor, you know, I play with a little bit lower ranked people, so I always get paired with not amazing killers, but they're also not, you know, terrible. But it's very easy to just bully a killer, like not even intentionally trying to bully, just I'm just gonna run, I'm gonna, you know, drop pallets whenever it's necessary. I'm gonna find a window, I'm gonna run through the windows. Where did she go? Through here? Yeah, there she is. Like, it is somewhat easy to track on Freddy, but once again, he's just not fun. I don't find a lot of enjoyment playing the Nightmare anymore. When he first came out, yeah, it was cool, it was different. I like his power still, but at the same time, it's just feels very, very weak, underwhelming. All right, let's go get her because I can see where she's at. Yep. Let's go, baby girl. Let's make sure she does not get that save. Alright, good. We pushed her out this way. Alright, we got her now. How we four-manned, I don't know. We definitely should not have. Oh, wait, hang on. Not yet. Now we are. Because, you know, Freddy is by far the weakest killer in the game, so this is their fault, not mine. A very short game, double blood points. I used a streamer. Oh, agitation. I love agitation. A lot of people hate it. I think it's besides barbecue and chili, it's probably my favorite non like meta killer perk. Alright, she's dead. But they had a great start. They dropped what, like 2 generators by the time I got my first person down, so, and that girl would have had trouble getting out if she was going to go for the save, just due to the fact that I had Remember Me. Once again, you know, if you just have solid killer gameplay, there's still a chance that you will, you know, 4-man, 3-man, always get your pip. I shouldn't say always, because there's been games where I play Hillbilly and I get just shit on because the map selection, palette layout, windows, and just everything that happens, especially like on Auto Haven as the Hillbilly. That's probably my worst map is him. But it just, a lot of it's dependent on what kind of map you get. Like that right there, like why can I not walk through this? I am as small as the survivor, as this killer, but most of the time the survivors can walk through there. Just a lot of rework needs to be done. And I still love the game. I still have a ton of fun playing it. I enjoy it every time, for the most part. If I ever get frustrated playing killer, which does happen, I go straight to survivor, because it's much more relaxed gameplay, which is kind of the opposite of what it should be. GG, well played. But as you can see, because they just literally gen rushed, only one of them actually pipped, which might not even have been a pip. It might have been nothing because they might have gotten too many points in objective, too many points in boldness or something. But yeah, rank reset just happened yesterday or the day before. I think I came back to 16 because I was like rank 7 because I stopped playing killer just because it became frustrating. Again, when you start to get to those higher ranks, that's not really fun as much as it is just agitating. And you have to actually play try hard, use your best killers, best add-ons, best offerings. Now that's not always the case. You can, you know, some killers can play extremely well. Like I could probably still do somewhat well as the Hillbilly compared to, you know, just playing Kruger with no add-ons, no offerings. I could actually make that work as Hillbilly with you know, basic perks and stuff. Or the Huntress, especially, she's extremely strong right now. Well, for the most part, right under. I think she's right around the same level as like Hillbilly, but below the Nurse. But I'm not good with the Nurse. Don't really want to be. Huntress, I'm okay. Just never really played her that much or put much time, so I don't have the greatest perks, add-ons, and offerings on her just because I think I hit level 40 or 50 and just pretty much gave up at that point. But game is still extremely fun, even 18 months later. It came out like, I want to say June 20th or so, and it's still extremely fun. Like, yeah, my Huntress, I've gotten a lot of characters just to 50 or 40 and stopped. Got all the teachables. I just prestige Myers because I had nothing to do with him and I don't play him. I'm leveling my Cannibal right now just because he's right now my third favorite killer, right behind the Hillbilly and the Trapper. And Trapper's been God, he's been Prestige 3 level 50 for so long. I got the first Prestige a long time ago before November of last year, whenever leveling was still actually really hard. But, I mean, like, if I had to say the best killers, once again, Nurse and Hillbilly, I'd say Nurse is still better than the Hillbilly. If you get the Hillbilly with my favorite, this right now is my favorite build, and is by far the most asshole build. But Barbecue and Chili just for spotting and for points. Enduring to fight back, Decisive Strike, and just pallet looping so I don't have to care about pallets. Tinkerer just to make this even more deadly than it already is. This is an instant saw. I can charge my saw in less than 2 seconds. And at first, survivors don't know what's going to happen. They'll start to run in a straight line. You get close, you charge your saw, and usually they count to like 2 or 3, and then they'll start to move. But you literally start charging it, and then you pretty much go in for the kill. It is very frightening. I've been on the other end of that, and it is probably one of the scariest things. Because as soon as you see the Hillbilly, you're like, for the most part, oh shit, I'm down. And then Dying Light just slows down their repair speeds. Pair that with your Mori, so you hook your obsession once. Once they get unhooked, which pretty much I will hopefully try to find them first. I try to remember who is what. Find them, down them, hook them, run away, let them get unhooked. Usually in that time I can go to somewhere else because of Barbecue and Chili. Charge towards somebody else, down them, hook them, and typically the other person is getting unhooked. Get back there, down them, kill them, repeat the process. And at that point, once they're down the second time, you can Mori them. Dying Light takes effect. They're slowed down by 25%. It's pretty awesome. But instead of running Dying Light, sometimes I'll just run Nurse's Calling, Monitor and Abuse, Remember Me. There's a lot of good perks that you can use, especially now that I have every perk unlocked on the Hillbilly. So he's technically like Prestige 3 level 135, 140. Still a ton of fun. Still have leveled him a couple times just so I can keep getting the carburetor tuning guides and the Thompson mix just so I can keep those instant saws coming. But Trapper, he's still like, I would say, like a B tier killer, not S or A tier. Especially if you get a good map with a lot of grass and you can lay traps. You have that time for setup. I don't think I have Ruin on him. No, I don't. I was running this yesterday. Had a great 4-man with only 2 gens done, so completely wasted a perk slot with no ed. But Trapper can be good. Once again, just very situational. Huntress, she's definitely like an A tier killer, just like the Hillbilly, just moves kind of slow. Hag is one, if you know where to place her traps at, she's really good. You don't place her traps like you do the Trapper, which is a common misconception. You don't place them at windows. You don't place them at a pallet. I look for the circle areas. It's like a circle. There's 2 parts cut out in the middle, and then there's a pallet on both sides. I will place my trap in the middle. Chase them through that because typically they want to run circles. As soon as they start to run through that, they're going to pop the trap. I just start smashing spacebar before that even happens. Teleport to them. You can hit them most of the time. Kind of just throws them off guard. If they start to run loops, just drop a trap. They run away. There's a lot of things you can do with the Hag, but once again, she requires setup just like the Trapper does. Hillbilly, or the Cannibal, I'd say the Hillbilly, Leatherface, very defensive killer. If you get somebody on the hook and you're like kind of like doing a hard or soft patrol, I prefer soft patrol within like that 30 to 40 meter range. With Barbecue and Chili, you can kind of go after somebody else, but if you can find somebody running back to the hook thinking they're going to play, I'm the hero, I have borrowed time, you charge up that chainsaw, you can knock them both down, you can hit them twice within 1 second and get through the borrowed time. Doctor, always a fun character, especially if you learn how to use shock therapy. And then, the Nightmare, as you just saw, pretty terrible, and the Wraith is just right above him, because you can actually, just stay out of stealth if you want, and just play basic killer like you would with Hillbilly or Trapper, or Cannibal. I think he has the same movement speed, but like the Nurse is slower, Hag is slower, Huntress is slower. I believe the Doctor has the 115% too. But yeah, once again, thank you guys for tuning in. Just trying to shed more light on the Survivor versus Killer controversy that's going on. But I still think Killers need buffs, or Survivors need some kind of a nerf. But overall, the game still feels kind of balanced. Until you get to like the high ranks. Low ranks very much in favor of the Killer. Middle ranks, it feels kind of balanced. I usually get at least 2 to 3 kills a game. Then high ranks, it just depends on how good they actually are, because you can literally, I have pipped as a Survivor without getting 1 generator just by playing very selfish, going for a lot of saves, taking the Killer for as I like to say, like taking killer for a stroll, just running them through stuff, dropping pallets, especially if they're running like enduring and brutal strength, the F your pallets build. They're going to just swing through the pallets, drop the pallets, hit them. You get a lot of points. You can pip. Whereas the killer, you have the victory cube, so it's not as easy. But survivors are supposed to be coming. But that was a long time ago. They said that, and we see how that worked out. But still recommend this game. $20 on Steam. I believe it's $30 on console. But with the console, you get the Doctor and the Hag, which is paid DLC, which equals to about $30 on Steam. So, but has a lot of sales. But once again, thank you guys for tuning in. This was another look at the Nightmare and a little bit of overview of the killers and just the state of the game. But probably do another video in the next couple days, just talking more about the state of the game, showing a good killer, probably the hillbilly, and how effective you can actually be with a good killer on a not even on a decent map, even like on a subpar map, the map control that you can have as the hillbilly. But once again, thank you guys, and I'll see you next time.